Hey, welcome to the Mix It Up Monday here on the Crafty Maven's Getaway. I'm Alicia and I'm really excited. This is my first post on this channel, and so I hope you enjoy. Um, I decided to mix it up today with some jelly plating. I don't know if that's a word or an action, but that is what I'm going to call it. I feel like sometimes the jelly plates are looked at as really fun, but a bit intimidating when it comes to traditional scrapbooking. And I just wanted to kind of highlight the fact that they're pretty usable if you're in the mood to get a little dirty and have some fun with some paint and some stencils and stuff. Um, you can achieve really amazing mixed media looks with these items. They're not just for art journaling and things like that. I mean, you can definitely incorporate it. So I just have the 6x6 one here. And I pulled out some acrylic paints. Some are a chalk finish, and some are regular, just cheap acrylic paints. I think these are actually like Americana. And I have a brayer, and you want to bray the paint. You don't need very much. And then what I'm doing is just sticking a stencil over the image, and I'm blotting it off sometimes once with an extra piece of paper, and then going in with the tissue paper, which is actually what I'm going to be using on my layout. And you can see I don't even clean in between. I just keep going. And I mean, yeah, you'll see when it's all done, you can get these amazing patterns. You can layer them back up. This is one that I had already previously done. So I just layered that on top again and yeah, just kept going. Now, if you decide to use tissue paper, you do have to be a little careful as it's more delicate than a regular piece of cardstock. But you'll see why I used it in a bit when I start the actual layout. So yeah, still just going. It's really fun. The key to this is you want to work while the paints are still wet. So you want to move a little quickly because acrylic paints do dry kind of quickly. But this is not an intimidating, tool, I guess you could say, once you kind of play with it a little bit. And it's really fun. And like I said, you can get prints that you can't achieve. Doing anything else. So here I go, adding just a little hint of gold into the paint with it. That's just some gold acrylic paint. Again, these are just cheap acrylic paints, $1 or under. And I'm just playing around and having a good time. So I think I'm almost done. And when you get done with the jelly plate, you want to, use a baby wipe or some soap and warm water, or I think they even say you can use hand sanitizer to clean it up. And then you put it back and you're done with it. And it's pretty cool. I wish I pulled mine out more often, but this Mix It Up Monday video gave me a great chance to do that. So as you can see, here are the finished pieces. I ran them through my Big Shot with some spellbinder. I don't know why I can never say that. Spellbinder circle dies in different sizes, and I cut them out, and now I'm just arranging them. Now, the inspiration I got from the piece that you saw at the beginning were kind of like those globes. I loved the way there were many globes kind of set on that top shelf with different sizes and things. And then I also just love the softer colors. So that's kind of how I picked my color palette in a way. And I also ran my picture through a filter. So it kind of has that little nostalgic type of look. So here's why I use the tissue paper. I am going to use this Fluid Matte Medium by Liquitex and just a foam brush. And I'm going to put these down on my craft cardstock here. And I use the tissue paper because essentially it becomes clear. The tissue paper disappears for the most part when you put it on with this type of medium. And so you can really see the craft shining through where the tissue paper didn't have any paint on it. And then where the paint is very opaque. So it almost looks like it's put directly onto, the cardstock, like as it's part of the cardstock, I guess you could say. So that was my reasoning for using the tissue paper. And I'm going to use a lot of older products on this line. This is actually an old Cartabella line, and I just matted my photo in it for some contrast, a pop of black. And I'm going to pop that up. I threw a doily behind there as well. I'm just going to pop that up, get it down. And there it is. So I am going back to this Cartabella paper, and I believe this is from the Hello Again collection, if I'm not mistaken. And I just cut a strip of that black paper again, and it's really cute. It says like plain, I think, action verbs. Is that correct? Playing, walking, talking, that type of thing on it. So I really loved that paper. And then I pulled out my Heidi Swapp Dreamy collection because the colors in it really went well with the colors that I used in the tissue paper that I had on the Gelli plate. And so I'm just going to cut in strips to lay at the top and bottom of the page here. And I kind of wanted to do that for a couple reasons. The first reason being I like my layouts, especially with cardstock as a background, to be closed in, if that makes sense. And second of all, there were shelves in the inspiration piece, and I really love just the straight lines of them. So kind of a kill two birds with one stone with the strips there. So I'm going to work on my title now, and I'm just grabbing some wax paper, which this is from the dollar store, and it's actually not very good. I need to just get some like good wax paper. um, but yeah, so I'm going to use these rubber thickers, and I forgot to look at the name of them, but I mean, they're older. I'm sure you guys have seen them before, but I really love like the tall, thin font. So, yeah, I'm just going to spell out the word forever with those. And I kind of am going through these like word thicker thingies that I have because I thought I'd be able to use one, and I'm going to pull one off of this Amy Tangerine Rise and Shine sheet. This is Friends Forever, but I don't know. I just didn't like the way it looked. So I'm going to put it back, and I thought maybe I could use this one that says Smitten, and it would have kind of said Smitten Forever. But yeah, I don't like that either. So you're going to see I end up switching it out for a Heidi Swapp word. That's quite a bit smaller, and it's not as bold, and I just liked it a lot better. So there you can see it. You can barely even see it, but it says Friends in the, in Heidi Swapp's handwriting. And I'm going to use that in front of the forever. And this photo is just a picture of our new puppy and my older daughter, Katrina. And it was just a nice picture of them. So... So I'm going to stick that down, and thank goodness I had to cut a little bit of that S off so that it would fit the way I wanted, but thank goodness it goes down, because sometimes I have a hard time with those Heidi Swapp words, those thinner ones, but it went down great. And I know it's subtle and it's a little bit hard to see, but yeah, I just prefer that over like the really in-your-face gold foil. So these are some feathers that I cut out of a Tim Holtz die, and it's pretty cool. The die actually comes with an embossing folder so that you can emboss the feathers and cut them out. And yeah, I just got that recently. This is the first time I've used it, so I'm going to end up using these vellum ones because I didn't want to cover up too much of that tissue paper with the paint and stuff on it. And so I'm going to just layer those two together and attach them with my tiny attacher and then put them behind the photo. And then this is a piece of chipboard from Fifth and Frolic, Dear Lizzie, and that sticker is from Daydreamer. This chipboard speech bubble with the heart cutout is an old Amy Tan embellishment. The Happy Day arrow is Heidi Swapp. That little chipboard arrow that I'm putting the chipboard heart on right now is really old from my mind's eye, like really, really old. And then that chipboard heart that's on top of it is actually just from that speech bubble. I think that again is from Daydreamer, that blue sticker. This black life documented banner is from, it's from Echo Park. Can't remember the name of the collection. Capture Life, there we go. And that little tab, yellow tab I stuck behind the photo is again from a really old My Mind's Eye sticker sheet. And then those little hearts are from Daydreamer. So, whew, I think I got it all. Oh, the chipboard arrows under the word forever are from Lucky Charm. So yeah, these are a lot of older products that I was able to use. And I was happy about using that. So I've kind of been going through my stash and trying to use things up because I'm not going to be buying anything until the new Amy Tan collection comes out. I am saving up because I am pretty sure I'm going to get every single piece in that collection. I am loving the previews of her collection and I just cannot wait to have it. So, yeah, I'm kind of having fun with older products right now until that gets released. So, yeah, you're just seeing me stick things down. Now, I'm going to try to stick this banner up here, this life documented banner, just so there was some black up there. And then I kind of noticed it was also lacking some blue, so I grabbed that blue heart, and I hated the way that looked. So I'm going to grab a die, and this is by Memory Box, and it's just a set of stitched banners. And I grabbed one of the blue papers out of that Heidi Swap Dreamy collection, and I just die cut a blue banner out. And I like that much better than that weird heart up there. I mean, not that the heart is weird, but it just looked bizarre the way I had them set out. So I like that much better. It adds the pop of blue I was looking for, and it's just more pleasing to my eye to see that cluster versus just that black banner with a little tiny blue heart. So, yeah. So that is done, and I'm sticking this gold glitter paper. That's actually that new Tim Holtz glittery paper stuff, and I stuck that behind the opening in that heart, and I'm just gonna continue sticking down the embellishments. Now with this Heidi Swap ink, I actually have some old Studio Calico, those tiny wood veneer letters, and so I just wanted to give them a little bit of color. And so this is the Heidi Swap Pink Archival ink. And you can see I just colored all those letters. It says love you and has a heart. And I glued those down with some Scotch Quick Dry. And then I also have some numbers from that same Studio Calico wood veneer set. And then a heart from a different Studio Calico wood veneer set. And I'm not going to color these ones. I'm just going to leave them the wood color and put 2015 with the heart underneath it. So, we're moving along here good. I apologize for the length of this video. I edited out quite a bit as well, and I don't know, it just took me a long time to do this layout. So I took this EK Success punch that punches out different size labels, and I used that paper that I was actually kind of using as like a blotting paper when I was doing my jelly plating, and I cut out two little labels off of there, and I stuck one in the top left corner, and then I took this one and I just stamped Be Amazing on there with a Heidi Swap stamp in some black ink. And I think that just brings the like the multicolor of the tissue paper kind of a little further into the page, the other areas of the page. So I'm liking how everything's looking. Now I'm just wrapping up with the finishing touches. So these are some old My Mind's Eye little word phrase stickers. As you can see, they're from Cut and Paste, which is pretty old. But yeah, I'm just trying to get this stuff used up. I have so much older product, and so just trying to get everything, you know, I don't know. I still love it, even though it's old, so it's nice to be able to use it, right? So yeah, still just going through some stuff now. These are also a really old product. These are old American Craft puffy stickers, and they're really cute. So I'm going to use a blue cloud there. I thought I was going to use the other blue cloud, but I'm going to end up switching that out for a different puffy sticker. That's a little bumblebee, and there we go, an XOXO puffy sticker, just for cute little detail touches, I guess you could say. And what am I doing now? What am I doing? Oh, I was thinking about trying to put a paper clip. That arrow one was too big, so I'm going to opt for a regular mint paper clip and just stick it up there in the upper left corner of the photo. That was really just an afterthought while I was going through my drawer looking for flares and stuff, and my paper clips are in there. So anyways, yeah, so this is a small studio calico flare from Print Shop, and it has a little mushroom on it. And then I also tucked one to the left of the picture, and that's an Maggie Holmes style board one that just says "Love This" on it, kind of over and over again. I'm going to throw some enamel dots down. So these are some wood ones from my mind's eye. Wood dots, I guess you would call them. And I'm just going to scatter just a couple of those around. I just wanted to use those because I used, a lot of craft in this layout, which I haven't used craft in a while. So it's nice to kind of use those elements. And I have some enamel dots down, and then I pulled out some sequins, some blue ones, and I'm going to pull out some light pink ones, and put a couple of those on there. Just kind of in areas that needed a little pop of color or a little bit of interest. Stick those down with my Scotch Quick Dry. And I think I'm going to do some gold splatters right now with my Heidi Swap gold stuff. And the first drip that dropped went right on my stamping. But thank goodness, if you blot that Heidi Swap up quick enough, it actually becomes pretty translucent. So thank goodness you can still see my stamping. Thank goodness I used archival ink so it didn't smear. But yeah, this is the finished layout. I hope you guys enjoyed. I had a really great time doing the Mix It Up Monday here for the Crafty Maven's Getaway. And make sure you check out all the links below. Bye.